Okay, we'll give them a couple more minutes. Do what? 2 more. Oh yeah, that's right. And then
Hey, sir.
Mike and Emily came in.
I don't really want to do my needs either. I was just doing it. I'm not a smart girl. Huh? I hardly do. Sometimes. In a totally platonic way, of course. I find
Yeah, that wasn't really us though. We were kind of our own people, sort of. I just know I'm gonna lose it if it's stuck in my brain for a while, you know? These are all I like, right?
These are mine. Yeah. I was just told I have to be wearing heels. So.
Well, it's true.
Paul, I talked to dental school. They're okay with the 4th. It's the week of the April 4th. And they said that they were okay with the 4th, the 6th, and 7th. Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay, I'll take that. So is it 4, 6, or 7?
Yeah, that would work. Can we just do it at noon?
I'll let them know.
Okay.
All right, I'll have them finish that.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order. Start with roll call. President Hunter, Vice President St. Boyd, Senator Dix, Senator Donlin, Senator Kayat,
Here.
Senator Grodick,
Here.
Senator Patel, Senator Reeves, Senator Robinson, Senator Schuler, Senator Smith, President Baldock, Vice President Stanger, Senator Chatham, Senator Day, Senator Warren, President Huffman, Vice President Purdy,
Proxy.
Senator Hammond, Senator Nasseri, President Poppin, Vice President Cox, President Shane, Vice President Hatfield,
Here.
Senator Gardner,
Shane his proxy.
Senator Gardner,
Proxy.
Senator McCoy, President Bajaj, Vice President Richmond, President Lewis, Vice President Redmond, Senator Greenwell.
She's here, but in another room.
Is she here for D board?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take care of those.
Okay, sorry.
President Cameron, Vice President or Senator Hall, Senator Montel, President Hunziker, Vice President Spraggins,
Here.
Senator Spencer, President Sager, Vice President Atwood,
Here.
Senator Cornwell,
Here.
Senator Mick, President Galt, Vice President Mercer,
Proxy.
Senator Meyer, Senator Sharma, Senator Fleming,
Proxy.
President Dennis, Vice President Smithson, Senator Forrester. Okay. We'll start with President Apari's executive report.
Hello everyone. My report is pretty lengthy tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and focus on some of the important stuff. It's on Blackboard for you to see. Just so you know, tomorrow the Task Force on Setting Tuition and Fees will be voting on an increase for the graduate tuition. last week or 2 weeks ago, I asked the undergrads to call me or email me and let me know if they have any inputs or suggestions, but I didn't hear anything from you guys. And the tuition increase passed in the committee. I voted no, and so did our other student representative. So graduate students, if you have any comments or any inputs, please call me, Travis, or Casey, as we will be voting on that tomorrow. In the Board of Trustees, we selected the recipient of the trustee award. That has to stay confidential until the next board meeting. I'll let you know who that is. All of the candidates were extremely qualified, and just as a piece of information, because the selection committee found that it's extremely hard to give this award to a faculty out of an applicant pool of graduate and undergraduate faculty, because what you look for in a graduate faculty is really different than what you look for in an undergraduate faculty. So that's a change that we're proposing to the Board of Trustees at the next meeting to give 2 awards every year. So that's a really great thing. End of the year initiatives, I requested meetings with each of our executive staff teams, and here are some things that I've charged each team with. The outreach team is going to be participating in every SGA movie night. SGA will be there giving out free drinks and some freebies. We still have a surplus amount of outreach material that 2 administrations before us ordered, so we want to make sure we're giving those out to students. We're going to have what's called the SGA happy hour, and that will be every week from the week we get back from spring break, same day, same time, so students get used to seeing SGA in the same location, and again, it'll be an outreach event. Forums will continue having those. Our next one is on the library and the services they provide. Also, it'll be a good opportunity for students to meet the new Dean of Libraries, whose name I believe is
Fox.
Fox, thank you. And then for the RSO Summit, we're reconvening the committee for the RSO Summit. Some of us felt that it was a really good event program to have, but definitely we need to improve it. I'd like for there to be more SGA representation on this committee, and also several SAB members, because as you guys know, they're a programming arm, and they're obviously the experts in programming. The executive report will continue to go out every 2 weeks. We've been debating whether or not we want to have one the Monday of spring break. We decided to have it the Monday we get back, where we will announce who your next student body president is. Electoral team. I've been very disappointed with our electoral team, and I've had plenty of conversations with them about that. As you know, we haven't had very many listen of legislator events. Our forum never happened, but we had a pretty good and successful rally, and I was really disappointed not to see any of you guys there, but UofL had more students there than most other campuses. Senate Bill number 20 is, I think I've mentioned this bill to you guys before, about the representation on Board of Trustees. The Board of Student Body Presidents finally released a statement. I forgot to put that on Blackboard for you guys 2 weeks ago. I put that up. I don't think any of you guys have seen it yet, but we released a statement as a board, and we are all in agreement that we think that if there is going to be another student on the Board of Trustees, we want that student to be a voting member, and also for the student to serve 2 terms, because we all agree, we all serve on Board of Trustees or regents, and we all agree that the first year really you're just learning so much, and a second year will really benefit the students, because whoever's serving in that role will know what to do and how to vote and how to network. I'll also put another document on Blackboard for you guys, which is the numbers for graduate ticketing allocation. And then our athletic director has been meeting with athletics to come up with a standard system that will, and we also want to ensure its continuity, because as some of you guys know, graduate student council specifically, some of the same people have been getting tickets every single year, and these are quality tickets, and that's just because there's really not a very standard system. So we want to make sure students are getting tickets and are getting them fairly. Last but not least, the SGA executive branch evaluation. We asked our students to evaluate us. Now it's time for us to evaluate ourselves. staff, administration, and faculty to also evaluate us. This is the executive branch. If you're interested in that, please let us know, and we'll be sure to include you guys in the evaluation. That's about it. Other details are in my report, and you can read that on Blackboard. Thanks.
Okay, for the EVP report, for those of you who haven't already heard, we can now go public. The architects for the rec center have been hired. The goal is actually to completely have the design ready and drawn by Derby time. So we are making huge strides with the rec center. So that's exciting. Somewhat related to the rec center, as you all know, we have to pay for it somehow. I've been talking about that for a long time. Right now, the Council on Post-Secondary Education is working on a document discussing what it means to be a student-initiated fee. Right now, because it is in discussion, I can't really share the documentation, but just know that we are advocating for students and trying to make sure that that process is very lengthy, and it ensures that students have as much of a voice as possible in determining such fees, and hopefully we can put the rec center fees through that process and get that built ASAP. Concert series, we didn't meet, or maybe a couple people did meet last week because of scheduling conflicts. I have come up with a survey that we, as some of you all may know, we're trying to have a concert by the fall. And so I've come up with a survey, or Stephanie Leonard and I have come up with a survey that sort of determines student opinion on what sort of genre that concert should be, and based on what demographics, such as do grad students prefer a type of music, or do undergrads prefer a type of music, do particular ethnicities prefer a type of music, and sort of determining what would be the best first step in a concert series by next fall. I will probably discuss that at eBoard next week, try to run it by eBoard and see if there are any other changes we need to make before things get public with our communications team, just so that we can ensure it gives us the information that we want from it. Cpc Workshops, we had a Cpc workshop today for our SO leaders interested in filling out CPC applications. This was the first time I had been involved with the workshops. Student Activities did one in the fall, which they said they had about 10 people show up to. Today, I think we had about fewer than 10. But it was still successful for the people who showed up. So I think we're gonna try to have another one. After seeing how successful it was, I think I'm gonna try to ensure that we sort of post a couple more of those before the April 7th deadline. Please let your constituents know that April 7th is the deadline for spring applications. And hopefully we can advertise that on the CPC website as well, just so that we can get more attendance, because I do think it's beneficial for RSOs who attend. What else do I have? Banquet is April 23rd. That's a Saturday in the multi-purpose room from 7 to 10 p.m. Please make every effort to be there. I'll send out an email reminding you all and asking for RSVPs. Incoming Executive Vice President Pooja Singhoy will also be helping me with that, with the incoming senators. So please be on the lookout for that. And I think that's all I've got at the moment. So I'll give it to Academic Vice President Curtis Frizell.
I met with Bob Goldstein over the past few weeks in regards to putting Blackboard on the course evaluations. This was mentioned last fall, but it didn't get through because of arts and sciences. It's going back before Arts and Science Full Senate. They passed it in their committees finally. So hopefully we will see the student initiative of putting specific questions about Blackboard on course evaluations. Just going to give you a little update about how the online course evaluations went. It was a total of 56%, which was pretty good for the first full run through of the entire university. We're hoping to get that number up this spring, hopefully in the 60s. The pilots were a little over 70% in several of the schools, and that's why they went to the full university online course evaluations. But this semester got 56% overall average. Some colleges were higher, some colleges were lower. Frankly, teachers were brutalized by this, which some could say is a good thing, some could say is a bad thing. We're trying to start an initiative to call for constructive criticism